Yo, what's good? It's Mastermind MMA, and you're tuned into a new episode of Combat Culture. What this episode's gonna be, of course, is the motherfucking recap, breakdown, and analysis of Max Bless Holloway versus Brian Ortega. Now, I'm not really one to fucking toot my own horn a lot or anything like that. I don't know, I might just be being fake humble right now. But if you go back, and please, I implore you to do this, go back and watch my picks and prediction video for the Holloway Ortega fight. And everything I said, dude, like everything I predicted, the fight fucking played out to a motherfucking T, exactly how I said it was gonna be. I said as the fight goes on, I said, well, first off, when I was breaking down the strike, I said Max has mastery when it comes to distance control, range, movement, footwork, his boxing, his volume. And I said that he's gonna use a lot. I said with both of them, but mostly Max. He's gonna use the jab and work off of it with hard shots. Now I'm not even just like making the shit off like the fly. You could go back and watch this. I said this shit. So Max he moves his head a lot. He gets out of the way, like gets out of the range of your shot, counters well, volume, big number combinations. As the fight goes on, he just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And when you go back, I said, I feel like this shit's going to be a war. And I said, but I feel like Mac's going to get it done, fourth round TKO. That was my call. And lo and behold, that shit played out to be exactly how I said. Max looked amazing, bro. Sharper than fucking ever, dude. The sharpest Max Holloway we've ever fucking seen. He's the best in the fucking world. Ortega looked good too, don't get it wrong, but like, dude, when like Ortega looked good, but Holloway was just on a whole nother level, dude. A whole nother motherfucking level. Because Holloway had good head movement, good striking, good range. Fucking, he was working off the jab well. He had creative shit, elbows. He was looking for the head kick. He was switching it up. Both of them were just like kind of like, all right, we're gonna not lull, but they were like, we're gonna slug it out in a motherfucking boxing fight, and either one of us are just gonna blast a fucking head kick, and none of us are gonna expect it. Or we're gonna be going straight boxing, and we're gonna fucking just throw something crazy, which is what they were both doing, man. And fucking, dude, Max's angles, my fucking word, dude. Max Blessed Holloway's angles are like, dude, he was cutting the craziest fucking angles, and like Holloway was throwing shit, and Ortega was throwing shit, and he'd look back and he'd be like, "Where's Max?" And Max was just gone, ghost, out of there, dude. Fucking Max looked incredible. Like there's no way. He's the best. He's the best featherweight. And the crazy thing about it is like we're growing up. Like there's people like I was a lot younger for the Jose Aldo WEC reign, but now like we're just like growing up in the motherfucking Blessed era. Like when Max said this is the Blessed era, dude, he was not fucking lying, bro. He's in the conversation of GOATs. When you look at his win streak, 13, it puts him with John Jones, Demetrius Johnson, George St. Pierre, and Anderson Silva. Like he's officially in the discussion of the GOATs. He's cleaned out featherweight. Featherweight's a stacked division. I don't know if Max has fought Chad Mendes. I'm not sure, but dude, Max has faced everyone in the featherweight and beat them, dude. Max is on a whole nother level, dude. And Tony Ferguson said if the Khabib fight doesn't happen, he wants to fight Max. That's a beautiful fight, dude. Top 5 lightweights, so many good fights, bro. You got Dustin Poirier, you got Conor, you have Tony Ferguson, you have Khabib, you got Kevin Lee, you got so many fucking people. Edson Barboza is in lightweight. You have so many good fights. You have so many entertaining fights. And it's fucking crazy because, dude, Max had beats him almost. Like, the Tony Ferguson fight's crazy, but when you look at it, honestly, and I fuck with T-Ferg heavy, and T-Ferg definitely has a chance of winning it, a good chance of winning it, but when you look at it, dude, Max Holloway, I see Max Holloway just being way too sharp for Ferguson. I see Max Holloway, like, his takedown defense is good too, and he can pop right back up, bro. I see him beating the beat. I see Max being the best, man. Like, this shit's wild. It's fucking wild. And I got the black and gold Yankee hat, the championship colors for fucking Blessed, and dude, incredible fight, man. I was in New York. I watched that shit with my mom, and we were just like, whoa. Like, you know, that shit was crazy, bro. That shit was, like, such an amazing fight. Salute to Max Holloway. Salute to Brian Ortega. He's a warrior. Granite fucking chin, dude. What the fuck, man? What does it take to put that guy out? What? What does it take to knock out Brian Ortega clean? I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know. With that chin, dude, the resilience. He was getting clipped. Dude, Max was dumping clips into Ortega, and he was eating that shit. He was eating that shit, dude. It was fucking crazy. That third round, Ortega was, like, coming on crazy. I was like, all right. First round, second round, Max Holloway had that shit. Boom. Lock. On deck. Max Holloway's got that shit in the bag. Third round comes. Brian Ortega's looking sharp. He's coming out, got that good head movement and shit. He's moving around, going back in the angles, like, moving around and shit like that. And, dude, like, Max is, like, hitting him. They're exchanging. Lots of exchanges. Ortega comes on with a big flurry. And Joe Rogan said something that I fully disagree with. Joe Rogan was like, oh, Ortega's landing punches, and it's having an effect on Max Holloway that we've never ever seen before. And that shit is falser than a motherfucker. Because when you look at both the Jose Aldo fights, dude, Jose Aldo was coming out with a crazy flurry. And Max Holloway just covers up, gives them their props, and then was like, let's go. It's back to fucking action. Always does that shit. He does that shit in a lot of fights. So for Rogan to say that shit was false as fuck. But yeah, dude, he was, and then even he like crazy exchange in the third and the fourth. He was like, "This is it," and he came out with his mindset, and he fucking did work on Brian Ortega, bro. Brian Ortega looks like, dude, he looks like Drake's third album. Nothing was the same. Like, he got fucked up. Like, his eye was like swollen, like shut, and he was just like pouring fucking blood, dude, and he was busted up, dude. Max did work. Salute to Blessed. Now, in the co-main event, I'm in my house in the Poconos right now. I had to drive down to fucking my other house in New York on Saturday. And then I was just, like, mad tired. So I was, like, mad sleepy when the fights were going on, except for Blessed and Ortega, because how are we going to be, even if you haven't slept in, like, 4 days, I'm going to be wired for that shit. But during that Shevchenko and Joanna fight, that was a great fight, man. I was sleepy during that, but I was watching the fuck out of that, and that was a good fight, man. And Valentina just inserted herself in the discussion of the GOATs, because when you look at it, she arguably, people like, I didn't really watch the second fight, so I have an opinion on it, but with Valentina and Nunes, but a lot of people say she won that fight, so I'm kind of gonna go for it and just go with the wave and agree with that. So you have people that argue that she won that fight. And then you have people that she beat Holly Holm, and you know, if she goes up to 45 and fights Cyborg, that's like a good fight too, because she's strong, she's got crazy jits. Remember her fucking her submission of Juliana Pena, that armbar that was fucking insane, and we're like, oh, Pena's the one that has the jits danger, you know what I mean? And shit, man, that was a good fight. Shevchenko just showed she's on another level. And that, you know, she can toss you around, manhandle you. She could have submitted her if she wanted. Like, she was fucking her up. And Joanna did good too. She had her shit too, but like, it's just that Valentina's just better. Now it's like someone you lost to 3 times, and like, I don't know how you'd even mentally prepare yourself for the fourth, because now it's like, all right, when she lost to Rose, I was like, twice, I was like, oh shit, she's kind of probably going through what you went through with Valentina again, you know, because you're like, all right, you lost to someone twice, and why is that person's in UFC, you might see them again. Happens, they're gonna see each other. So she's going in there, all right, you already beat me twice, Rose already beat me twice. This is kind of her, all right, so if I could beat Valentina, she already beat me twice, that's more my argument to go back and fight Rose. I already beat someone that beat me twice. So that didn't pan out, and now she's like kind of in that, like, in the limbo shit. So you don't really know what's gonna happen with her, what's her path to the title, what she's got to do to earn that rematch with Rose. She's like kind of in that Benavidez, Cody Garbrandt situation. Benavidez not so much anymore, but Benavidez when Demetrius Johnson was the king, and she's in that Cody Garbrandt situation unless the belt changes hands. Dude, Max Holloway, bro, fucking blessed. It's the blessed era, baby. Let's go. I might be down. Actually, I not might. I will be down to do some calls this week. Even today, when I get back from the gym, I probably have some time to do some calls. A call. If anyone wants to do a call, get down in the comments and we'll link up and we'll get that shit up here. What else, man? That crazy fight with Manua and Thiago Santos. Yeah. Majeta. That shit was a wild fight, dude. Like, when that started, I told my mom, like, she was like, oh, who do you pick in this fight? And I was like, I don't know. It's crazy because both guys hit hard, but both guys could kind of easily get knocked out. So you don't really know where it's going to go. Like, it's kind of a pick 'em fight. But I was like, but I'm going to go with Thiago Santos. And then, like, the shit played out the way it played out. And I was, like, kind of back and forth. Manuel, I don't know, dude. Manuel's got, like, I don't know. I mean, dude, people just hit crazy hard at, like, heavyweight. But the thing with Manuel is just, like, he's kind of been getting cracked. I mean, honestly, though, it's not specific to him. Because there are a lot of people in that division. That's honestly just kind of, when you're not at, like, the top tier, like, when you look at Jones, Cormier, and Gustafsson, exclude them, everyone else in that light heavyweight division is so kind of evenly matched that throughout the matchups and throughout, like, fights playing out and just the division itself playing out, people are going to get clipped up and get knocked out and then come back, knock people out, get clipped up, get knocked out. And that's just like the light heavyweight and the heavyweight division as well. You know what I mean? With the lighter weights, like middleweight and below, you have more athleticism and movement, and like weight cutting kind of takes into effect, and you know the power that you're more drained, you're dehydrating your body. And then just flushing it and rehydrating it again, and you're not giving it really a well enough period to adjust. So that definitely plays into it. So yeah, it's just crazy. And what other fights were in there? There's like that Bokniak, Hakeem Dawodo. I remember his name. It's like Dawodu, something like that. Because it's like it was like David in like a different language almost. Yeah, he looks pretty good, dude. He had good Muay Thai striking, and Bokniak is a tough guy, so he looked good in that. And then what other fights were there? There was, I really can't remember any of the fights. I'm about to look that shit up. Give me a second. Yeah, but alright, so while I look this shit up, I'm gonna go back to talk about Blessed Holloway. And another thing is, I only started watching at the main card. So, I honestly wasn't watching the prelims or the undercard. But yeah, dude, Ortega, what I did want to talk about was what I want next for Holloway. I could see him going. Let's have him go up to lightweight because it's just better for him and his health, and less weight cutting, more time to get down to a lesser weight. And top 5 is just, that's where the matchup. He cleaned up featherweight. Honestly, that's another thing. That's just the way it is. He cleaned up featherweight, and there's nothing you can do about it. And nobody else is going to have anything or be able to do anything about that. And he's the shit. He's on the 13 fight win streak. Like, do something about it. But yeah, Conor. Right. So I think a dope fight next would be Max Holloway, Conor McGregor. Because honestly, I honestly see Max winning that shit too. And that gives him, like, that kind of, like, propels him into that DS mainstream level shit. So I'd love to see that from Max. And he deserves that. But I think next should be the Conor fight. If he doesn't get that, well, all right. Wait. Let me scratch that. Let me scratch all that. What I want to see next for Holloway is Holloway Khabib. I want to see them play out, or actually, whoever wins Ferguson Khabib. That's honestly what I want to see next, because that needs to play out next. So I want to see Holloway get the lightweight title shot against the winner of Ferguson Khabib, and that's it. Like, that's what I want next from him. Period. Nothing else. And then I would like to see after that Conor fighting Max, or not even Conor. Like, I want to see Conor next after Max gets the title shot, only because I want Max to get propelled to that next level of mainstream stardom. He's going to be a superstar. So I want him, like, I want Conor to be like, honestly, that would be the one that's like puts the nail in Conor's coffin, honestly. I'm not rooting for that, but I want to see the best for Blessed. Like, that would fully be like the Ronda Rousey Holly Holm transition, like the rub. How Ronda's stardom just like and just transferred to Holly Holm. I see that shit happening with Max. I want that next, and after that, I want to see Max fight Dustin Poirier, because Poirier deserves a title shot, and that's a crazy fight. Max lost him. He runs that back. Max will be like on like in the discussion, like, well, when you look at his legacy and his run, it's gonna be like some GSP shit that he never he beat every man he faced, and like everyone he lost to, he ran that shit back and got it back. So I definitely, and then you got Nate Diaz, Max Holloway. You have so many fucking great fights up there, dude. It's definitely what I want to see next. The Alex Oliveira Gunnar Nelson fight, that was crazy. That was a crazy fight. That was a good fight. Gunnar did his damn thing in there. That elbow was fucking nasty, dude. Holy shit. That elbow was wild. Yeah, man, that was fucking dope. Now, yeah, I think that's everything I have to say about that card. What do we got next? We have 232 is John Jones. Let's go, baby. You know who I'm picking in that shit. We got John Jones, Gus 2. We got Cyborg Nunez. I got Cyborg winning that. We got Condit Chiesa, which is weird because it kind of puts Condit in this weird, almost, if he loses this, he's in the gatekeeper position. And like, kind of like, damn, like where he starts like having like tough fights at the end of his career, and like people start making a name off of beating Carlos Condit, which I hate to see. Or he beats Chiesa and he starts come back and starts climbing up, and you see like a Robbie Lawler type resurgence when Robbie Lawler went on to win the title. So that's honestly what I hope for Carlos. Literally Latifi versus Corey Anderson, and I got Latifi in the fight. It's a good fight. Chad Mendes, Volkanovski. I think Mendes should have got like a higher ranked opponent, but it is what it is, in the words of Blessed. So yeah, man, I think that's everything I have to say in the recap. I think what's the next weekend? What's the next fight card? Hold up, wait a minute. What's the next fight that's gonna happen? Is there a fight next weekend? Let's go to UFC. Oh, is there? I missed the fucking Kamaru Usman Dos Anjos fight. I didn't know it was on a Wednesday, so that was crazy. That was crazy that Usman won. That sucks for RDA. Yeah. Oh, so next weekend is the Kevin Lee Ali Quinta fight. So that's a good fight. And then we got Edson Barboza and Dana Hooker in the co-main. That's a good fight as well. What else we got on this card? We got Rob Font, Sergio Pettis, Jim Miller, Charles Oliveira. Good fights, man. Good fights. Crazy, amazing fights this weekend. Especially Blessed and Ortega, man. Classic fight. Fight of the year contender. It's what we wanted it to be. It's what I hoped it would be. It happened the way I predicted it would happen. And it was everything I wanted in that fight. Salute to Max, man. What else we got? Yeah, that's it, man. So that's the recap. And I don't even know what episode number this is, but yeah, you already know. It's Mastermind MMA.